Grand day. Welcome to Healing Hype Man, Aquarius. This is going to be your timeless message. So it finds you whenever it finds you. We're going to do a past, present, and future. So the future is going to tell us what is coming in. So this could be the following month, the following week. I typically do these monthly. That's my intention. So what's coming in the month that that is following the one that you're watching this in, right? Or in the beginning of the following month is really my intention here. We're going to dive a little bit in. We're going to get some oracle, and more shall be revealed, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, check out my Instagram. I put up all my collective messages up there. I'm more active on Instagram. Instagram, if you're watching this, and this happens to be really long, go and check out my YouTube. I would love your love on YouTube as much as I love you guys on Instagram. All the links that you need are down below. If you're interested in a spiritual retreat, well, it's technically a wellness retreat in the California desert. It's called State of Gratitude. Feel free to click that link if you are interested or if that piques your attention. It is in April. Let's dive in. In your recent past energy, we have 5 of Cups, right? Automatically, that tells me that something perhaps didn't work out the way in which you wanted it to. We'll dive a little deeper into that. In your present energy, we have the Emperor. And in the future, we have the 2 of Wands here. Synopsis here is telling me that something perhaps didn't work out the way in which you wanted it to, but you're in this energy of like determination and drive of, I want to even say resetting, right? Resetting, because there is the 2 of Wands, which is implying that in the future you're putting a plan in place. Something here might have slowed you down, but no, not even. Something just didn't work out the way you wanted to, and you actually use that as fuel to keep going, right? In your present energy, it's like, hell no. Like, that's not going to prevent me from keeping going, Aquarius energy. Aquarius, right? This is very much of Aries energy, Mars energy, right? Your determination to continue on and keep going. Let me just take a look at something really quickly. Yeah, Mars is in Sag. Mars is retrograde in Sagittarius at the time of me filming this. So I believe it's in its detriment. It doesn't like being in Sagittarius. In your present energy, you're like, no, that's not going to stop me. Just because somebody tells me like, oh, this sign is in here and it doesn't like being there, is that going to stop you from continuing going? Right? And that's really like the energy that I see here. Just because something didn't work out, so we can kind of dive into what that very well might be. Didn't work out in the way that in which you expected, and I hope that what I can teach you here is to not to hold on to your expectations and be prepared for something to go in a different route. And with more awareness and with more work that you can do on yourself, you will be able to handle whatever it is that comes your way. And this tells me that you are handling it. You're handling whatever it is that came your way that was not in favor and not in your favor, right? However you perceive good or however you perceive bad, we all see it on a different level. It could just be a little hiccup. And what I mean by that is like someone might look at this and say, this is a complete disaster. I cannot keep going. I have to start all over again. This is not what I expected, right? A complete chaotic, traumatic thing. And someone else can just be like, okay, that's a no. I'm going to keep going. That's what I see here. It's a no, and I'm going to keep going. And in the future, you put a whole new plan in place. 2 of Wands. In the coming month for you, you put a whole new plan in place. I'm actually going to dive a little deeper into this because I'm curious. I normally wouldn't dive deeper into this into this past, present, future spread, but I'm going to here. But let me just tell you this. At the bottom of the deck, why it's all happening, you gain a level of emotional security and a level of intellect and a level of clarity that is allowing you to keep going, right? So which means that you've matured here. And if I even look at in your present energy, there is a level of maturity that you have gained, Aquarius. I love this for you. This level of maturity is just something that is you put a lot of work into, and that also tells me that it comes from a lot of trial and error. Right? We are not all born perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person, and perfectionism can really drive someone insane. As someone who works with people that strive for that can really manifest into obsessive compulsive disorder, that can really manifest into need for control and a lot of aggression and a lot of bitterness at the same time. I'm only saying those things because as characteristics, not that is who you are or what could possibly happen to you. It's just themes that I'm expressing here. Tell me about this Five of Cups here. Something definitely in the past changed your life. And I say that because 5 is a number of change here. And it was something that came in very innocently with the Page of Cups. I can even say maybe it was something very sweet and innocent that came in and perhaps didn't end up the way that you wanted that to. Clarify the Emperor and the Two of Swords. Two of Wands. Clarifying the Emperor is the Ace of Cups, and clarifying the Two of Wands is the Two of Swords. Wow, I love that as well. Listen, you poured into yourself here. Perhaps whatever it was that came into your life that was it didn't hold as much weight. The emotional investment was lacking. Right? It didn't hold emotional investment, which is why I said, see, it was blessing in disguise. It didn't work out because it wasn't actually emotionally invested. Maybe you weren't emotionally invested, or the person, place, or thing was not as emotionally invested as you are. And if I look at your present energy, the Emperor with the Ace of Cups, this is really about pouring into yourself, right? Pouring into your own cup, satisfying your own needs. Aries is the first house, satisfying my own needs, filling up my own cup, right? This is very like I need to take matters into my own hand and do what I need to do to emotionally satisfy myself, because perhaps someone didn't, or person, place, or thing did not actually emotionally satisfy you, right? And now in the future, I'm looking at Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. I love this, which means that you put a plan in place, you found like-minded people, you're focusing what's right in front of you, and you're leaving what is behind you. And now there's opportunities that are in front of you that require an emotional mindset in order to discern here. Because now it's like you're putting a plan in place where choices are going to have to be made. And at this point, you're so mature, I'm going to keep going with that you actually can't make a wrong mistake here. It's more about what emotionally satisfies you. And your overall reading is really about emotional satisfaction here. At bottom of the deck, Judgment and the Ten of Cups. Wow. With the Chariot. Please. Oh my gosh. These readings today are just insane. With the Temperance here. Like this is what's meant for you. You need to continue to keep going and doing this. And you are balanced and more prepared than you possibly can think. And it's something that can't actually slip you. Right. Again, another bottom of the deck pile that's telling me that there has been some growth here, and there has been some continuous movement constantly within you here. I feel like you might be up against, as I said, decisions that have to be made, but I promise you that you will be able to make those because of your level of maturity and persistence and balance. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if you went on a little bit of a healing journey to gain this power back. This is some power here, really about the self. Let's pull some energy oracle here as well for Aquarius energy. Healers of the ages. Perhaps you became your own healer. You healed yourself from something. This, even if I look at this from a mental health perspective, like this very well could be like there was a lack of attachment, a lack of security, a lack of emotional investment in your past or how you were raised. Perhaps the attachment style to your upbringing, to the people that brought you up. There was a lack of that. If I can take it real, if I'm looking at this on a real big general like perspective, it could be one given contact situation. It just didn't satisfy the need, and you actually went and you gave that to yourself. You went on that healing journey to really dig into that aspect of giving that to yourself to be able to start again and make choices and decisions from a secure place, from a place where the foundation was strong, from a place where the emotional intelligence has elevated and has matured, as I've mentioned like 7 times already, right? There we have deceit and blossoming abundance. You very well could have been deceived in the past. This very well could have been deceiving in the past, and that you use that pain to fuel some sort of abundance in your life. This also tells me that something is blossoming in your life, and you're blossoming in that direction. Bottom of the deck is the templed path. You were guided on this path. This also tells me that this was a direction that you're meant to be taking. So the month that's coming towards you is a place where you do get to start over. I'm going to say that. It is a place where you get to now implement the plans from a safe and secure place where the decisions were made by you. The plans were made by you from a emotionally intelligent space, emotionally secure space. That you have perhaps healed that part of you, or in the process of healing that part of you, and it is just forward moving momentum. Let's pull a fallback card here as well. Celebrate love. Your relationships are a divine blessing. Cherish your loved ones and say I love you often. For some of you, this could be loving yourself. Wow, I could really look at that and see that this is pouring into yourself and understanding the concept in positive psychology, and a positive psychology, or just the concept of self-love and what that truly means. Because when you love yourself, you'll realize that there's no lack and you're always worthy of more in life, right? Don't complicate it. The truth is simple. You already have the answers. Accept people and situations exactly as they are. It will bring you peace and clarity. Like I just said, you realize that there's nothing wrong with you. And, perhaps it might have just been the way that things happened in your life prior to you coming to this reading, to this situation, and you identifying that and then going on and realizing that if I don't pour into myself and I don't realize that I love myself the way that I am and there's nothing actually wrong with me, right? This might just be some distorted thinking that I might have been brought up to think about, or attachments that I have never felt or appreciated. So I decided to give those to myself, and I realized that I accept people for who they are and how they show up in my life, but I don't have to actually embody how I might have been raised, right? I can continue to bring clarity and peace to my life. Well, that was a little rant there. Let it all go. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Don't let pain, anger, or guilt control you. This could be very well the aspect of like what you wanted to leave behind, right? Guilt, pain, anger, fear, lack of love, and you gave that to yourself. And now, my friends, you get to set the rules and set the motion in place based on your level of awareness and your level of maturity. Wow. Aquarius. You can hear the trumpets playing. Like, it's inevitable. It also was like something like this is how it had to happen. As I look at these two angels here, you've always been divinely guided at the same time. Got to be honest there. Even through the darkest times, you're still guided. You're guided into the darkness, and you are guided right back out as long as you continue to have faith, right? And I'm not saying that this was dark. I could be I'm healing hype man. Like, we all come from some sort of darkness, and it could start with simple like immaturity and things not working out for us, but we never actually had it, so we don't know what it actually feels like, type of energy. And within that darkness, or within those uncertain times, is where the light needs to be brought in, and you're guided into that space, and you are guided back out of that space, because darkness is energy that just needs a touch of light. And you, my friends, are now feeling lighter and starting again. My name is Alvin Catalan. I'm present. I'm done speaking now.